Okay, we are leaping far ahead in the future to the year 2015. I believe this movie came out in the summer of 2015.
It was a good summer.
They took the
I was in
word
Korea.
Jurassic Park and changed it to Jurassic World because it's about returning to the original idea of a theme park. And Bryce Dallas Howard, Chris Pratt, etc.
Was it Spielberg's movies?
No. This is Colin Trevorrow directed this one, and this guy sucks.
What else has he done?
He did some indie movie that I can't remember the name of now. It had like the Mark Duplass. It was about him like inventing a time machine or some shit, but it was like not a real time machine. I never saw it. Apparently it was critically enjoyed and Spielberg liked it. And Spielberg is the one who like put him on this movie.
Hot Tub Time Machine.
He was also the guy who was supposed to direct the final, what became the last Star Wars movie. Mm. He was supposed to direct that and got fired from it because in between this movie and the Star Wars movie, he made an incredibly, like, a movie you should watch is like, or at least listen to a podcast to like analyze it because it's so bad. He made this just terrible movie about like a precocious kid that I can't remember the name of now. It was called like The Book of something, the book of the kid's name. And that's a fucking bad movie. But because that movie was so bad, that's what got him removed from directing the last Star Wars movie. And then they put J.J. Abrams on it, and that didn't make it much better, I guess.
Do you think you could direct a movie?
I'd like to say yes, but no. I mean, I'd have to at least read some books first, just to know some of the language.
Like if you got,
I mean, I'd be much better off writing a screenplay and then like standing around the set and saying like, it'd be cool if you did this, did that. And can you tell that guy to do this? Like, which I guess is kind of directing. Maybe I could be an assistant director. Anyway, Colin Trevorrow sucks, and he made this movie, and this movie was super successful, and that's why he was going to get that coveted Star Wars thing, which I'm glad he didn't. I think they're putting him on some other big movie though now. Anyway, I forget what. Anywho, let's watch it because we got 2 more movies.
Well, I thought we had one more.
You just said 2 more.
This is number 4, right?
There's 5.
Well, that's what never mind. That's kind of what I meant.
Okay.
I mean, I knew we had this movie in the next one. But...
Okay. We are on the 5-second mark. Yes, we are. And you can see the Earth. You can see, yeah, the Earth there. And some solar, what do you call those? J.J. Abrams things. Flares? Lens flares, that's the word. Okay, on 3. 1, 2, 3. Now the Earth is spinning by quickly. I believe we're about to see a giant U and an N and an I and a V. And an R and an S and an A and an L. A Comcast company. I didn't know Comcast owned Universal. Hey, look, Amblin's still around. I thought Amblin was gone. I guess no. The thing that's gone is DreamWorks, right? I think DreamWorks doesn't exist anymore.
Really? That sucks.
Yeah, I think they dissolved or got, swallowed up by some other conglomerate or some shit.
That sucks. A Bud Life's a fucking great movie.
What is?
A Bug's Life?
Never saw it.
A Bug's Life's great.
Is that DreamWorks? DreamWorks did all of the Pixar shit, right?
I mean, they're Pixar's competitor.
Oh, okay.
They were a competitor to Pixar. Bug's Life is like...
Oh, no.
If you've never seen A Bug's Life, you definitely should, man. It's literally about the proletariat class rising up against the world.
Hang on, I think we got a problem here.
What?
Bug's Life is a really good movie. I remember I liked it more than Toy Story.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Really? I guess I'm gonna have to watch Bug's Life now. I've never seen it.
It's really
I think the problem is that they just showed the title in Russian, it looked like. Did I get some sort of Russian copy?
No, I think that was just you, dude. We'll see.
I swear, it showed it in English, and then there was something that looked like, what's it called? Cyrillic, the Russian alphabet. Well, let's see.
What a cute house.
Viewmaster. That's nostalgic.
My dad bought me a Viewmaster for my Christmas present when I was 15. And I remember, I had the whole divorced parent thing, but I went to his house Christmas weekend because I always had to do the 2 holiday thing where I don't know, go to lunch for dad's, dinner for mom's type deal or vice versa. And I just remember, we hadn't talked much, and I think he forgot my age, because I opened my presents, and he bought me, it's 15, he bought me, a viewfinder and a box of Legos. And I opened them, and I was like, what's this? And he's like, viewfinders, kids like them. I'm like, I'm 15, Dad.
It'd be funny if he was just like, hey, I know you're smoking weed and taking hallucinogens. You're going to have fun with this.
Trust me, it wasn't that.
I know, I'm kidding, man.
That would have been better. But I know my dad.
Maybe he meant he... Okay.
I literally think he just... Jason's still 10.
I just want to throw out that she's a really good actress that gets totally misused and wasted in a lot of movies, and now I can't think of what her name is.
I've seen her in other stuff.
She's in a lot of stuff, but she should be also that guy, the guy there, I guess husband or boyfriend, his name is David Wallace in the American version of The Office, which is a direct reference to David Foster Wallace, because I guess the people who wrote that show liked David Foster Wallace, which sort of made me annoyed. Anyway, stream of consciousness. For a moment, there's some Russian shit. Didn't you see that?
That's fine.
I'm just saying, I'm glad it's not, I thought maybe there was going to be a dubbing situation. That's what I was worried about. But when the non, stolen, subtitles come up, they're written in Russian. So, whatever. Or presumably Russian. What other language uses that alphabet? Probably a few.
Acrylic language?
Yeah.
Oh, Ukrainese.
Ukrainese. Police.
Police.
No, Polish does not use the Cyrillic alphabet. You see, I thought this movie had some promise. I saw it in the theater here in Korea with Haewon, and she can attest to I was excited to see it, hoping it would be not thinking it would really be anything like, the majesty of the 93 one, but I don't know, like this, like the imagery. It's like it's trying to go back to that in a way, but it's like, what if the first movie succeeded beyond like the beta stages? Who is this fake Keira Knightley? I'll just call her fake Keira Knightley. Oh, she's their nanny. Don't mind me, I'm your hot British nanny. Oh man, they're really using that sweeping music. It's sort of working on me, even though I know this movie is not very good. I think one thing we can say for sure is that the second movie already has been, like, before this one is over, this is probably better than the second movie. Bryce Dallas Howard, daughter of Ronald Howard. Often confused with Jessica Chastain because they have red hair. Other than that, they're not that similar. I watched a new, not really new, but newish Aaron Sorkin movie the other day because it's on Watcha. Molly's Game, have you heard of it?
I have not.
It may be the best Aaron Sorkin movie. I mean, it wasn't like amazing, but like compared to what he does, like normal, and he directed and wrote it. It was like based on this real life person who was like a failed Olympic skier who started hosting like high stakes poker games for like really rich people and celebrities and shit. But then she like, I don't know, got in too deep or something. I can't. It must have been a great movie because I don't even really remember what happens in it now, and I just saw it. But
I've been thinking about getting into the online poker scene.
I had a brief thought. Hey, look who's back! BD Wong. He's playing the same character. The scientist who assured everyone that everything was going to be fine in the first movie.
But did they ever get Samuel L. Jackson back?
No, they probably tried, and I'd like to think he said fuck off.
They never let him come back.
I'd like to think that he said, "You think I can top what I did in that first movie? You're not even going to let me chain smoke, man." As much as I want to like really hate this movie because of Colin Trevorrow, it is like competently directed, I guess. And I guess this was his like second movie he ever did. It's like, I'll give him sort of props in a way, but this kind of goes back to your question about, hey Josh, do you think you could direct a movie? And like, maybe I could if I had a whole fucking team of people that Steven Spielberg appointed to help me direct the movie. I think that's the thing that people like think, hey, look who's back. There's a lot of just references to the old movie. The DNA strand guy. Shit, what was I saying?
People get mad about her running in heels in this movie, right?
Yeah, that was like the thing about this movie. And I think it was just a bunch of foot fetishists like arguing with each other. Ultimately, is what it came down to. And she suddenly looks less like a Keira Knightley. These kids are so generic and forgettable, though, I gotta say. Especially the teenager. trying to be cool ant, but failing. Yeah, I think the word behind them, Petrosaur, I think that must be the word for like all the whatever subspecies of flying dinosaurs. Oh, here's Lauren Lapkus. They put all the the wacky, funny UCB improvisers into the control room for this movie. Actually, I guess it's just Lauren Lapkus and this guy, maybe fake Oscar Isaac or something.
Oh, he is fake Oscar Isaac.
He's like Oscar Isaac's jealous younger brother. I do like Lauren Lapkus a lot as an improviser. Like all the stuff she's done on podcasts, she's so funny. But like, she's mostly done like really embarrassing movie roles since she started getting movie roles. I mean, I don't begrudge her for this. Like, it's a paycheck. You get to say you were in Jurassic Park, whatever. That other guy just made a joke about Pepsi-saurus. So this is a lot of like meta commentary.
He looks oddly famous to me.
Yeah, he's definitely been in stuff. I think like if you took the mustache off, it'd be more obvious who he is, maybe. You know, take the mustache off, just rip it off.
I'm gonna go grab the pizza. It's at the door.
Oh, okay. I'll let you know what you miss.
I remember this one pretty well, actually.
The helicopter's landing. We're gonna see the abomination dinosaurs soon enough. You're getting confused how to get out of this seat again. Did you see Minari? Hey, on. Are you hungry?
I just ate.
Did you see Minari?
No.
Oh, I thought you were going to see a movie.
Well, I wanted to watch with you, but
We can do it.
we'll see, maybe.
I mean, we can, just later. I don't know what exactly you dropped, but this is all I found on the ground.
Oh, there should be another half.
I don't know where the other bit went. It flew over here. Maybe even under the couch. Acid containment wants higher walls. For what? What could it be? Yeah, I don't know where it went. Unless it flew off in the opposite direction. Oh, wait. Check right there. Wait. Intelligent for a dinosaur. It says it's white. I don't remember it being white. Oh, it's sort of whitish. In my very brief research, I think I read that this movie, they claim to have a combination of puppets and CGI, and I want to call bullshit on that. I don't think they use much puppetry at all.
You might be surprised.
The thing that I remember most about this movie, honestly...
Maybe they used, like, wireframe puppets and then, like, added CGI on top of them.
Which, basically, they might as well just say it's CGI then, you know? Like... But, like... I think there's, like, two things I remember most... Well, no, I'll give it even three things. Chris Pratt is training raptors to be military assassins, CIA assassins.
Yeah, I remember him being like a dino whisperer, basically.
He is completely, and he is in love with one of the raptors too. The aqua dinosaur, which when I saw the trailer, I remember thinking looked like the coolest part, where like they use another giant dinosaur as bait for the giant Aquasaurus to like jump up and eat it. And I thought, oh, like if that's what the movie's going to be like, it'd be pretty good. So, all right, the CGI is probably at its like best, I guess, at this point.
It's peak.
But it's still... It's in that way where, like, you never forget that it's CGI, like, even in the back of your mind, you know what I mean? Like, with the puppetry, I feel like even in the back of my head, like, I'm able to sort of imagine, to forget that it's a puppet, but you can never really forget that this shit is all CGI. And smug Chris Pratt doesn't help at all. He's so smug because he got ripped for this role. And I guess he got ripped for MCU, right? Man. But this too, I think. If he was in his like Parks and Rec shape, I don't think they would have given him this role.
If he was in his Parks and Rec shape, he'd actually probably look a lot more like someone actually working this job.
But he's supposed to be like ex-Marine or some shit, if I'm remembering right. Oh fuck, it's Vincent D'Onofrio, who has definitely lost his superhero shape a long time ago, but is probably the best actor in this whole movie.
Oh, that's for you. I don't know. Chris Pratt's a good actor. Look at that guy.
Handsome. How dare you? Vincent D'Onofrio is way better.
More handsome too, right?
Well, in his day. I mean, he's like twice as old. Oh, he's also like evil in this movie. He's like the Blackwater, like military contractor guy.
See, Chris Bass is not the badass in the movie though, because he's not wearing shorts.
You're right. Oh, you know what was annoying about this as well is because of just because of his vest, his vest outfit. People were saying he's gonna be like in some theoretical Indiana Jones.
I've heard that
reboot.
even before this movie.
Oh, really?
There's still like talk of him being the next Indiana Jones.
Please don't. God damn. And I know a lot of my feelings about this are just rooted in like seeing those original movies as a kid, but fuck Chris Pratt.
It sucks for me because I actually want to like Chris Pratt because I like him in Parks and Rec, and I like Guardians of the Galaxy as I think it's one of the best Marvel movies. Just fun. Sorry,
I didn't have any problem with him till I heard about his like pray the gay away fucking tendencies, which I'm again might be libelous, but I'm pretty sure the stuff he believes in is. Too. I mean, he's like a MAGA Christian guy, basically, from what I understand. That actually wasn't a bad line there.
So he's an ex-Navy SEAL, I see.
Pratt's character?
Hard out of the Navy, must have been an ex-Navy SEAL.
What if it was just the Navy? That Navy.
Well, this is the continuation of that movie that Chris Pratt got an Oscar in, right?
He didn't get a fucking Oscar for anything.
I thought he got an Oscar for that military movie that came out in that one Best
Zero
Picture.
Dark 30?
Yeah.
No fucking way. I barely remember him even being in that movie. He wasn't the star.
Okay.
If he did, then I'm fucking way off.
I
But
thought he got like an Oscar for supporting cast.
really? No way.
Which is actually really hilarious when you think of someone like, I don't know, Tom Cruise, who also has his weird religious problems, still waiting on his Oscar.
Oh yeah, he has never won one.
Nor has Brad
He's
Pitt.
actually not that good of an actor, though. That's the reason, I think. Otherwise, he would have gotten one by now. Because, like, he tried to do those prestige movies, like
Vanilla Sky.
I was thinking earlier than that, but
Magnolia. He's really good at Magnolia.
he's great at Magnolia, but he's like limited. He's like a part of an ensemble in that. But like Born on the 4th of July is what I was thinking. Like that was him trying hard to get an Oscar. And that movie
the Sorkin movie that people like, that I like, because it's like early Sorkin, Jack Nicholson, you don't believe in, you can't handle the truth.
Yeah. A Few Good Men.
I guess that would have been his Oscar movie.
I think Jack Nicholson might have gotten an award for that one. Maybe not. No, I mean, Tom Cruise's whole thing, his whole persona is kind of like,
I'm probably wrong.
I'm just a movie star guy. Like, I'm not a serious guy. And like he tried to be serious with Eyes Wide Shut too, but like, but like that was such a weird Kubrick film that like nobody's gonna get an acting award for that movie.
I'm probably wrong about it, but I could have seen. I was going to say I could see Brad Pitt deserving an Oscar, but maybe I'm just wrong about that.
More likely than Pratt or Cruise, for sure. He's got more sort of like serious cachet, I think, with the awards crowd people.
I'm just sad that for like 4 years of Pratt's life, his job was making out with Aubrey Plaza.
Oh, poor guy. Oh, you mean you're jealous?
Yeah.
Not sad.
Just imagine That's your day job. What are you doing today? I've got all these scenes where I make out with Audrey Plaza.
She probably hates his guts now.
I know. Maybe she did then too. But she actually seems like a genuinely cool person. This seems fine. Just let the kids play with the dinosaurs. Why not?
I actually think like little like touches like that aren't so bad in this movie. Like the kids riding on baby dinosaurs. I think that's cool. Because there's something like the spectacle of like amusement parks.
That's what would happen.
Yeah. In that sense, it is more realistic.
Does it explain how we got from the islands and the test sites to like them finally opening the park 20 years later?
They do explain it. They may have already kind of explained it. We just kind of talked over it. Like when she was talking with the investor, I think maybe they alluded to some of it. I think they might. I want to say one of these movies references the Dennis Nedry, the shaving cream can.
Oh, really?
I would think they do, but maybe I'm just imagining it. I guess there's just a fucking dinosaur right behind me. I feel like it would take a while for something like that to get old. But then again, like more cynically, I guess it probably wouldn't.
People get jaded real quick.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe he grew up in this world where there was always a dino theme park. Maybe he's already been. Like,
I don't know if he has, because I think actually this is like the. We've been talking over a lot, but I think this is like
opening weekend.
But it can't be, right? Because they seem like they've been doing this forever. Like the way that they're acting in the park is like
people have been working there for weeks.
But I think it is kind of a new thing still in the logic of the movie. And I think they're also not too worried about linking like this movie in 2015 to the 2001 film. But I think there's supposed to be some continuity between all of them. Because, yeah, Jeff Goldblum appears in the one after this, I'm pretty sure.
So does this lady work for InGen?
Her?
Yeah, the mom. Is this InGen? Are we like in InGen headquarters right now?
I'm not sure. The way she's being stereotyped, the way she's being kind of cast, makes me think she's not smart enough for something like that. But I don't know. Maybe I missed something in the dialogue.
Why does he get to have such a nice...
he's trying so hard to be Harrison Ford, now that I think about it. Maybe part of my issue with him is that he's seared into so many people's minds as... Hey, product placement. As, what's his name from Parks and Rec?
Andy.
That when he's trying to be this, like, macho whatever, it just comes off as, like, fake as fuck.
I mean, but he was built like this in Zero Dark 30, which was the thing that put him on the map. And that was before
No. The Parks and Rec is, like, that's his first... That's what America was introduced to him as.
I want to say reintroduced. He was introduced in Zero Dark 30. But...
See, I've seen that movie, but I seem to remember it differently than you, which means I was probably, again, drunk when I watched it, and also kind of getting really pissed off at the politics of it, probably. Because all I remember mostly is Jessica Chastain in that movie.
I mean, I was mad about it winning an Oscar, because it's basically just glamorizing the Iraq War, or the War on Terror.
I don't think that one did win an Oscar. It was the one before. Hurt Locker. With Jeremy Renner.
Oh, yeah, maybe I'm confusing the two.
That one
I am confusing the two.
This is the second time I'm forgetting her fucking name.
Yeah, the woman director. Yeah, no, I was just confusing Zero Dark.
Because it was the year that they thought James Cameron was going to sweep everything for Avatar. And she ended up winning Best Director. And it was kind of like this, fuck you, James Cameron. I'm my own girl boss, whatever. I mean, I like Hurt Locker better than Avatar. I don't give a fuck what Chapo has to say about Avatar. That movie sucks.
Has Cameron won an Oscar? I know
For directing, probably for Titanic, I think. Titanic swept, like, everything.
Yeah, good point.
He probably won for Titanic.
His special effects teams have won a lot of Oscars.
Oh, his movies have won Oscars, but, like, him as a director, I think he got one for Titanic, but not anything else. Oh, they use a shark. See, my memory was that they used another big dinosaur. Look at this asshole kid looking at his phone.
Actually, whoa, giant alligator.
See, what sucks is like they don't. I mean, I don't know exactly how else they could use that creature. And maybe I think they do later in the film when all the chaos breaks loose, but somehow I want them to use this terrifying giant sea dinosaur more. Missing something?
Place my drink again.
Really?
It's not down there, is it?
It was empty.
Oh, okay. Maybe I drank it all. Damn.
Oh, you got a second one though, didn't
Yeah,
you?
maybe I drank it all too.
Wait, hang on.
No, I found it. I'm just fucking dumb. Podcasters.
In your pouch again.
Podcasters, this time it wasn't in my pouch. It was on the floor to my left, but I was expecting it on the floor to my right.
I just remembered a really funny part of this movie that happens way later. I'll point it out when it
I've
happens.
seen this one fairly recently. Well, when I say fairly recently, in the past 3 years. The last time I was in America, I watched this with my sister at her house.
You didn't see it in theater?
No. Maybe.
Because
no,
it was like
I didn't see it
because it was what? So it was like 14 years after the last. And
Yeah.
in my mind, it was, Jesus, almost 20 years since I had seen one in the theater. And I wanted to believe.
And this was before Chris Pratt had sullied his good name, so you might have still been like, well, he's okay.
I had more goodwill towards Chris Pratt when I saw it in the theater.
Because when I thought of him as Andy and also Star-Lord, which was kind of the most fun of the Marvel superheroes, like, yeah, he's cool. He's funny.
I'm not as... I don't know. I don't want to get the whole MCU thing, but like... Those are the movies I've probably seen maybe the least.
The Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yeah.
I figure they're the ones you would have liked the most, to be honest. So they're usually the ones that like stray the farthest from MCU. And also, I take back the Captain America bit. I mean, I actually think Joe Johnston's Captain America: First Avenger it's in my top 3 favorite MCU movies. But thinking about it, I guess that the Thor movie that
Natalie Portman?
No, Tatiana, not Tatiana, Tiana, the
guy from New Zealand.
The guy from New Zealand, the one he directed.
Ragnarok.
That movie is fucking fun. I like that movie quite a bit.
I agree. I get like every criticism of those movies too, but I also understand that they can be enjoyed as just for exactly what Martin Scorsese said they are. They're amusement park rides.
That's why I like them.
Yeah. I like amusement park rides too.
I like fun action. They're coherent. I mean, it's not like watching the second Jurassic Park movie where he's trying to be something that's not. When I sit down to a Marvel movie, I know what I'm sitting down for. And that's good sometimes.
I think there's something to criticize in the majority of the... I think there's something worth criticizing about the Disneyfication of like all franchises.
Yeah.
And the DCU is like a fucking weird joke. But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of interesting to see what's going to happen with all that, since it's kind of been on hold, right?
Yeah.
Like because of coronavirus, I guess.
Maybe movies are just dead now because of coronavirus.
I think there's still good movies coming out, but just not in like on the huge scale.
Man, that fucking Christopher Nolan movie was fucking horrible.
Tenet sucked.
So
I'm not.
bad.
I wanted it to be good so bad too. When I saw the trailer, the first time I saw the trailer, like a while ago, I was like, I don't understand it. So that looks kind of cool. And then I saw it, and I was like, Jesus, is this for real?
I think I've kind of just been done with Christopher Nolan for a while, because I also really disliked Inception, which might make me a monster, but I thought Inception was terrible.
No, a lot of people don't like it. I fell asleep during the first time I saw it in the theater, and I was with my brother, who is like a real Nolan stan, a Nolan bro, you might say. Like, my brother thinks Tenet was a good movie, as far as I know. But, like, he was like, and he had already seen Inception. He was like, you gotta see it. And I was like, I know. Like, the trailer looked cool. I saw it in the theater, and I don't think he noticed, but I was just, like, doing the head snapping thing, where I was falling asleep, and, like... And some of the imagery is cool and stuff.
Speaking of, maybe this will be the best one I make on this. Maybe the one who deserves the Oscar the most that hasn't got it is Leo.
He got one.
I don't think he didn't get one yet.
Yes, he did.
What for?
Revenant.
Oh, did they give him one for Revenant?
But it was like a lifetime achievement. I mean, it wasn't literally, but the whole point was he's been deserving one for so long. Let's just give him one.
So that's like the same one they gave to Suzanne Moore, right? Was
Who?
it Suzanne Moore? Maybe that's not her name.
I don't know who Susan Moore is.
No, there was some woman actor recently that got a lifetime achievement one.
No. Like, I don't mean literally lifetime achievement. It's like what they say about when actors make a bunch of good movies, but they've never won the award, and they finally decide, like, we just got to give them an award. So they're like, what's the most recent movie this person has been in? And for DiCaprio, it was Revenant. So they're like, okay, like give him his Oscar now.
It kind of doesn't count.
But that's why I'm saying it's like they're recognizing his body of work, but saying, no, it's for that one performance you did where you grew a big beard and crawled around in the snow.
It's
like,
funny because I think Revenant's one of his worst movies.
I was excited to see it, and then when I did, I was like, that was it. That was kind of my feeling. It was like, in the beginning, like the opening sequence, I remember being like, oh, this is pretty badass, because I like the director generally.
Yeah.
Like that opening sort of battle scene where like fucking everyone's getting hit with arrows and shit. But then after that, it was just like 2 hours of people like in misery, like crawling around in the snow, basically. And then there was like a fist fight between him and Tom Hardy. Like, you could summarize that movie pretty much that simply.
It's funny that I grew up to like Leonardo DiCaprio so much, because I think I hated him as a kid.
Well, yeah, because you wanted to be him. You wanted to be in Romeo and Juliet. Right? Didn't we all?
Yeah.
I mean, he was the most like enviable guy when you're a teenager and that movie came out. I remember seeing that movie in the theater and hearing teenage girls behind me like fucking squishing in their pants, man. Like, they were like literally, I mean, I'm being crude, but like they were just literally like, oh, ooh, oh my God, can you see him?
Before or after Titanic?
Yeah. I don't know. Are you asking?
Yeah.
Well, that movie was before.
I wasn't sure because I always think of people.
It was like right,
before
kind of right
Titanic.
before, like a year or two before, probably 2 years before. That was before his face changed, sort of. Like he hit a point in his life where his face just got sort of inflamed permanently.
I keep worrying about that happening to me.
It's funny is people make fun of him for that, but it's like this is like literally the most laid man in the history of the world, probably.
I mean,
apparently he makes like every woman he sleeps with sign like an NDA.
don't you?
Yeah. I'm like Leo.
I imagine that Brad's not on much different numbers. Chris Pratt's a virgin, though.
The biggest zaddy of them all is Vincent D'Onofrio right there. He took all those raptors out for drinks after this shoot.
Is that the guy that plays Lupin?
I haven't seen Lupin.
In the Netflix Lupin show? I think it is. I need to look at him again.
Isn't he French?
Well, he was speaking in a French accent just then.
Maybe. I don't know.
That's part of why I asked.
Hey, they're the same ones from the first movie. I think.
They're cute. Yeah, I think you're right.
Somehow they look worse to me. I don't know. I just want to criticize this movie.
Has no one in this Wonder movie ate a raptor yet?
I mean, the T-Rex in the first one kind of does. At least bites one.
He looks too young to be hitting on those 20-year-old girls behind him.
Was he?
Yeah, you didn't see them like making eyes and flirting at each other?
He wasn't making eyes, but he's got a girlfriend, man. And he's been talking to his girlfriend on the phone like the whole time.
Oh, mom and dad.
These kids are very, like, neutralizing at best. It's that problem of, like, the second movie of, like, there's no one you really care if they die or not, or you actively want them to die. Kind of how I feel about these brothers. I don't know why. Like, what's really so different about them and the two kids in the first movie? Probably nothing. I think it's just me being an old man who doesn't like the new thing. But, like, objectively, the first movie is so much better than this one.
But I'm different than you. I don't mind the new thing. I'm actually kind of interested in what kids are into, but I think it's more about how the kids are developed. Like, they don't seem integral to the story very much. Much like she doesn't.
Yeah, but they are. They're related to her, who's like the brain behind, not really the brain, but she's running the park basically. And so, and she has to like please this fucking stockholder guy, this the money man. You can see how they're trying to make these characters like relatable, likable, whatever. You root for them. So I'm calling myself out. I'm chalking a lot of it up to I just like the first one so much. Nothing can ever live up to it. Which is also why I'm still kind of interested in where they go from here with the new one. The new one with all the
original cast.
The nostalgic original cast. Yeah.
It's just going to be a solid remake of the first movie with older,
just shot by shot,
older people. Even the same kids playing their roles as children, but as adults now. Because those kids are like probably as old as us, if not older, right?
The girl is got to be older because we were like 10 when that movie came out.
Yeah, we might be the exact.
We're
same
probably
age.
the same age as the kid, as the boy.
Yeah.
And I don't think either of them have continued acting. I just have a feeling. I maybe have looked it up before. I don't know.
It's a nice looking smartwatch. Such a good screen.
I wasn't expecting that to be your comment when the
High
blood is
quality.
dripping down. Yeah, it's so nice. They had to just put CGI graphics on a green square on his wrist. See, what is this? It can camouflage. I love.
You finally got your answer, man, of how the T-Rexes sneak up on people.
Yeah, but this isn't a T-Rex.
That wasn't a T-Rex. It looked like a T-Rex to me.
Dude, you've been checked out, man. This is the fucking hybrid newosaur. It's a part T-Rex, part raptor, so it's like got the intelligence.
Fix it.
Yeah, you just have to tighten that part.
Yeah, I just gotta undo the whole thing. Oh, you're right.
Yeah, it's got super long arms, man.
It's Super X.
I'm pretty sure it is part raptor, like we joked about earlier. But that is what this is supposed to be. So it's got like, yeah, it's got the smarts of the raptor, the brute strength of the T-Rex.
Mr. Brady, you don't get paid enough. Just go home and give this shit up. Go work with real animals like tigers.
That's no dinosaur? Then what the I mean, I know what he means, but that's a dumb line. Oh, I really hope he doesn't play Indiana Jones. I shouldn't care, but I just hope he doesn't. I'd rather the super problematic Shia LaBeouf play the next Indiana Jones, which is what was supposed to kind of happen, I think, at one point.
Well, I hated Shia LaBeouf in the Crystal Skull movie.
I'm still glad I've never seen that movie.
I've mentioned this before. I think I like Shia LaBeouf.
We've agreed on this, but also, do you know what he's been canceled for recently?
No.
Oh, he's super canceled, man. You can't go around saying you like Shia LaBeouf anymore.
And everyone's canceled. It's so hard to keep up with.
No, but he's like profoundly canceled.
What'd he do?
You know FKA Twigs?
Yeah. Her new music video is awesome.
He dated her for a while and was like extremely abusive physically and like long term, like psychologically. But then like a ton of other exes of his came out and said the same things. Like, and then on top of that, did you hear this shit about Sia? You know Sia?
Yeah.
Did you hear about her cancellation?
No.
Well, so it's like kind of for two things. No, first and foremost one, I guess, is, so you remember, like, all I know about Sia is that she had that music video with the like young girl who was like dancing. You remember that?
Yeah, I do.
So she was like basically molesting that girl for years. like Michael Jackson style, like, oh, you can have sleepovers at my house and sleep in my bed, and like now she's 18 and she's basically coming out and being like, oh yeah, we're together and stuff. And she was like 10 or 11 or 12 or something.
Yeah, that's fucked.
But Shia LaBeouf is involved in all of this as well. She made some music video where Shia LaBeouf and her, this Maddie girl, before, like when she was still like a young teenager, doing like simulated sex in the video. And there's a lot of like assumptions are made that, anyway, all these people are fucking canceled in like really unambiguous ways. Like, I wouldn't compare it to the way I felt about Louis C.K. getting canceled, because I really liked Louis C.K., really liked his comedy. But I was kind of bummed to find out Shia LaBeouf is like not just an alcoholic like asshole, but like he's like actually like an true abuser. And he's like basically like not denying any of it either. He's just like, I have my problems, I'm trying to get better, blah blah blah.
I don't think that like massive amounts of money or any of this would like make me like an abuser, but I do think it would make me do like shitty things.
Yeah, it doesn't help, but it's also not really an excuse.
Yeah.
I mean, if anything, that much money and stuff, like you can just buy like all kinds of therapy and self-help shit like that normal people can't.
It's weird. I can't watch John Woo now without seeing Mr. Robot.
Who?
His name's not John Woo.
John Woo is the film director. You racist. They are both Chinese, though.
Yeah, all Korean.
B.D. Wong.
Yeah, B.D. Wong. All Korean people are the same, right?
They're Chinese.
All Korean people are the same, right?
I don't know. Say it louder over that way.
There's no difference between Korean people and Chinese people. Hey, one. She didn't hear me. That's the type of comment that would make Yane throw an egg at me. Why is the late night show the scientist?
Everyone will just say, shut the fuck up. Ah, God damn it, motherfucker. Maybe I should just hold it.
Both having mic issues. Maybe it's time for new mic arms.
I think about it every day that I use it, but then ultimately it works, so I forget about getting a new one.
I get you. This part, can you just grab one of these?
This seems to work. It doesn't make any sound.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to reattach it in a second. I will say I do kind of like the spherical transport devices.
I want to drive one.
Yeah, I wish they were real and not pure computer graphics. Oh man, I just remembered something. Maybe they already showed it. I mean, I wasn't paying attention, but there's a lot of product placement in these movies. It's the new ones, I think. Like they showed Pratt drinking that ice cold Coca-Cola. But I think they have like a weird promo of the Jimmy Fallon show inside the like bubble sphere car. You think cell phones will save you? You didn't say the magic word. Gyrospheres, that's their real name. I just pictured that guy being like, "Get off my back. I'm dealing with being Oscar Isaac's inferior brother. I've got enough on my mind." Everyone is aware of how the first one turned out, right? Pretty sure they are.
By this point in the world.
But, like John Hammond said in the first one, when they opened Disney World in 1959, there were all kinds of problems, and that place is still a huge success. But as Ian Malcolm retorted, the Pirates of the Caribbean didn't try to eat anyone. So they say.
It's cute to make root beer in the toilet.
So disgusting. Makes toilet wine sound delicious. One through line through all these so far is they always add some new dinosaurs, at least. How is this massive thing sneaking up on you? I still don't buy it. Oh no, don't hurt the cute little armored one with the club tail that just bashed your gyrosphere.
I'm really glad I don't live in this world.
Oh no. No, brutal. What, the Jurassic World?
Yeah. I mean, it seems better than living in like fucking Marvel universe.
I was gonna say, I think, like, just to be like that fucking nerd who throws in too much realism into the silly movie, but like, I really don't think an animal is as apex predator and as large as that would give a fuck about human beings. Like, sharks don't even want to eat people because they taste like shit to them, you know? They've got natural prey, and people are not one of them. They never existed with people before. They would have no taste for their bony little bodies. But then you don't have a movie, so whatever, I get it. That's also a weird continuing theme, is like something falls down and you barely duck and like
When are they gonna get stuck in a tree?
Yeah, that hasn't happened yet, you're right. They're like really changing things up. Forget about trees. We've got waterfalls now. See, that just looks fun. Cliff diving rules.
I love cliff diving. Haven't done
I
it
tried
in a
to
long
explain
time.
to my students that I've jumped off of cliffs before, and they just don't understand. They don't believe me.
I always tell them about the time I jumped off a cliff. I had like a really bad experience once jumping off a cliff. I jumped off a cliff like that, Sands waterfall, and landed wrong. Or sorry, I misplaced my jump and ended up like landing, but then catching like shallow water, which caused me to trip, and like I hit my head really hard on a rock and started bleeding profusely, and like got knocked over and underwater, and a friend had to drag me out, and I was like I had a concussion and like thought I was gonna drown and shit because like I was having a concussion underwater and bleeding profusely.
Didn't you guys test out the area you were gonna jump in?
Oh yeah, no, it's a place where we had jumped many times, but like you had to like time your jump right and like jump far enough to get to.
You
the
didn't
deep part.
push off like hard enough or something.
Yeah, something happened. Like I mean, I think we'd been doing it all day. And like the jump went wrong. Like I knew how I was supposed to jump. It's just like, you know, things go wrong sometimes. And even as I was going down, I was like, uh-oh. You know, that moment of, uh-oh. This isn't going to end well. Could have ended a lot worse. Like I didn't like
you didn't
drown.
You didn't like directly smash your head on the rock. Like
no, but I hit it hard enough to where I was like bleeding and shit.
you were like unconscious.
I was concussed. I wasn't fully unconscious, but like I hit the water. I think I was in a mix of shock, and I did have a concussion because I ended up having to go to the hospital for it, and just like ended up lying there. My friend Kirsten dragged me out of the water. It was embarrassing though because I had such a crush on that girl. Then she saved me. Then I let it go. But I think I've had a crush on everyone in my life.
I will say this part is kind of sad.
Is he dying of old age?
No, he's got a giant, like the whatever the fuck the Frankenstein dinosaur just like slashed his belly, and I think he remarked, "God damn it." Their point was he's not hunting, like he's just murdering, like he's just killing like for fun. Like all these dinosaurs are just like, you know, he didn't like eat them, he just needlessly killed them.
As they
he's saying
say,
it right now. He's killing for sport.
Life will find a way.
Mass murder will find a way, regardless of the species. Actually, you could probably like trace it back to humans meddling, like, because they're like training these velociraptors to be like fucking CIA agent killers, and that that abomination of a dinosaur has like velociraptor DNA in it. So
Yeah, you didn't tell we were watching the origin story of Pete Buttigieg.
yeah, he was from an earlier program called Operation Cheese Trap, where they were training rodents in the art of clandestine murder. No, not my new iPhone. Sorry, that was a really dumb joke. It did kind of look like that's what was happening.
Yeah.
Now, how can they know they jumped there? See, this is just like the third one. Some dumbass female screaming in a dinosaur land. Now look, I didn't write this movie. I'm allowed to say dumbass female, because that's exactly what this is. I still have my heels on. How am I supposed to run? See, drawing attention to the shoes.
Duh.
Did you keep up with Black Mirror?
No, I did.
She's in an episode from one of the later seasons.
Which episode?
It's like the first episode of, I don't know, like season 4 or 5. It's like one of the, I mean, now it's probably a few years old. It feels new to me, but that's because I'm old and time is passing by so fast. But, I don't know. It's not even that good of one, but I guess for the latter day ones, it's okay. Like the whole premise is basically like, it's exactly like what Adam Curtis talks about how China is like issuing like social points, like through like surveillance and stuff. You gonna make it, man?
Nope. Maybe it's time for me to see if I could bum some of your coffee. Your coffee. I don't know why I said coffee.
Go ahead, man. You also got those pet pills.
Oh, what?
What's it called? The daffodil?
Oh, yeah, I was thinking about that too. But I was just tempted to hit up some coffee.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'll get a glass.
Plenty of ice also. Freezer.
Not much of an ice on coffee. I'm not much of an ice person, oddly. You ain't fucking loves ice.
This is the part where they're stumbling upon the ruins of the first movie. This seems just like that part 3 bit. Or was it part 2? It's all getting blurred together. So if this is more explicitly referencing the first movie. 1992 Jeep Wrangler Sahara. Suddenly, this guy has like a conscience. I guess he just wants money. So, General Raptor, Vincent D'Onofrio, he just said to the, I guess he's the owner of the park. I thought he just was the money man, but I think he's the owner. Or is BD Wong the owner? I can't tell. I can't pay enough attention. Anyway, he said, like, the only way you're going to fight off this killing machine dinosaur is if you let my marine raptors hunt down and kill it. And the guy was reluctant, but now I guess the plan is they're going to just unleash more dangerous dinosaurs because those dinosaurs listen to orders from military guys. We haven't actually seen a proper...
What are they trying to start?
One of the old cars from the first movie.
I think you just start them the way you start any car, dude. I've never had a Jeep Wrangler, but it looks fun too. I occasionally miss having a car, but I'd fucking hate it if I actually did have one.
See, again, the sneaking up. I don't like it. I don't like it. It's just not. I'm wearing sneakers for sneaking.
Oh,
she looks like she's trying to channel Ripley a little bit.
Did you see The Abyss?
No, but I want to, even though I've heard it's kind of like...
It's one of my favorites.
Really? Okay.
It might be my favorite James Cameron movie.
Sounds controversial.
I mean, watch it. It's really good. And, like, it's got a lot of the James Cameron stuff in it, but I feel like it's, like... you get this sense of, like, him not being famous in it. I don't know exactly what I mean by that, but, like...
I mean,
cool.
that was the movie that, like... He cashed in, like, all his blank check money.
Yeah.
I heard about the... I told you about that podcast, right, where they go through the directors. They did Cameron as well. And when they talked about The Abyss, they didn't even really get into what they thought about the story and stuff. Like, they talked mostly about the behind-the-scenes production stuff.
The submarine stuff?
Well, because he was, like... That was one of those movies where I guess he was a real asshole. Like, he was, like, torturing the actors, like, making them do all these, like, extended underwater scenes and stuff that were, like, really physically
Oh yeah,
trying and terrifying.
And
I think
it probably even adds to it the fact that the whole movie is about the things that can go wrong when you're deep diving and under that much pressure all the time, which I imagine adds to like the psyche of the actor of being like, oh fuck.
I think Ed Harris said like that was his least favorite movie he's ever made or something like that. Just in terms of experience.
Work and shit.
Yeah, I might be misremembering that, or he just said like that James Cameron's a real asshole.
This is the crazy part where the T-Rex runs into Biodome and eats Pauly Shore.
I was just about to agree with you until that last part. So I was like, I was gonna say have we seen the actual T-Rex in this movie yet? I don't think we have. Because I do know he appears.
He fights this thing, right?
Yeah, him and the raptors both. And it's the most boring part of the movie, in my opinion.
They team up to beat the Ultra Predator.
My feeling about this movie, I think I was kind of saying like I basically remembered like 3 kind of parts about what happened in this movie. And sort of the thing I walked away from this movie that was most memorable was how bored I felt by the final action scene of dinosaurs fighting, because you're just watching computers like fight each other. It's just computer fight. Like that's the shit that reminds me of like a Marvel movie third act. You know, it's just like a bunch of computers images fucking flying around and moving, and like I don't know, it just.
I think you said this earlier, but the redhead girl, and this always reminds me of like Christina Hendricks, but maybe that's because like every redhead is the same to me.
Well, I said Jessica Chastain and her get confused together a lot. Like they even like joke about it on like late night shows and stuff. How like people stop them on the street and call each other the other one. I like Jessica Chastain more. I think she's a better actress.
The only like celebrities I've really met have been like weird Korean celebrities.
Like who?
One time 1,000,000 years ago, me and Jordan were hanging out in Shinza eating tacos at some taco place that doesn't exist anymore, and Hyuna, famous K-pop star. She was outside with like I guess one of her friends, but they were on like one of those silly skateboards, and the really tiny skateboards, and she was skating, and I was like, "That's Hyuna," because for some reason I recognize Hyuna. That was cool.
Doesn't sound like you met them.
I guess that's not really meeting. I waved and I was like,
look.
That's Hyuna. She's skating.
Wait, you mean the girl from... she's probably most famous to like anyone outside of K-pop. She's the one in the Gangnam Style video, right?
Yeah. She's actually... out of K-pop stars, she might be one of my favorites, just because I think she like seems like an interesting person. As in,
this scene is, sorry to interrupt.
I was just going to say she's gotten a lot of trouble for the past because she kind of like just lives her life and doesn't necessarily follow all the rules that K-pop stars are supposed to be.
Yeah,
under.
I get that impression.
As in, she's had boyfriends and other stuff, which you're not supposed to actually do. But she's like, you know what? My fans like me and I'm famous and I'm just going to fucking like live and you guys can deal with it.
I mean, if you look, I remember some of her like solo like music videos and stuff. If you watch her videos and think, oh, I'm sure she's single, perpetually single, just to suit my fucking sexual fantasy or whatever, then you're just a fucking moron.
I mean, she is my ex. That's not true at all. You would definitely know if she was my ex. That'd be a fucking weird thing.
So here comes the foot fetish scene, I think. But also another hilarious scene during all the chaos.
I'm so bad at his name.
Vincent D'Onofrio?
No, the other K-pop person that I did meet because we had a beer at this chicken place.
Vincent D'Onofrio.
The arm wrestling guy. What is his name?
I don't know what.
Monsuk. I mean, he's the big Korean guy. He was in Train to Busan. And one second. He was cool. There was one night I was really drunk in Mongwon and me and my friend
Look at this.
ran.
This is fucking... This is,
Whoa, that seems like so much fun until you get eaten by the giant alligators.
Some people were like complaining about how this is like unfairly targeting this babysitter character. It's like gleefully like torturing her. I mean, she is being tortured, but like so are a bunch of people around
what
them.
Fucking animals do.
Yeah, like the one flew up and dropped her, and then another one caught her, and then the other one dropped her into the fucking giant sea creatures area.
Oh, Madong Suk. Madong Suk. I had a beer with Madong Suk accidentally one night when I was drunk. This guy. You know this guy.
Oh, sure, yeah. See, this is where the flyosaurs really get their moment in the sun in this movie. That's kind of not bad. Maybe this action sequence isn't so bad. It's kind of like the birds, actually.
Yeah, it kind of is like the birds.
Like a way more terrifying. If it wasn't so silly. I mean, I guess the birds is kind of silly.
You know,
too.
the crazy thing about this is they sat Chris Pratt into a room and filled it with pterodactyls and had them peck at him all day to get them like prepared for the scene.
This is the funniest part of the movie.
Well, I was out of nowhere.
Well, look what's going on around them. They're fighting for their lives, trying not to be murdered. They're like, let's take a moment to have a very chaste, like, kiss moment.
He was like, well, fuck, we might die right now. I better kiss one more
But it didn't even
woman."
seem like that. It was just sort of like a,
That's true.
I like you. I have a gun. I'm not afraid of all this shit that's happening anymore, as if like it stopped. Look, they're all standing around like nothing's happening. That's what's funny about it to me. Like everyone around them is still screaming and running around. They're like, let's have a dialogue moment. Let's have a kiss moment and a dialogue moment. I gotta figure what else this fake Oscar Isaac is in. It's gonna drive me crazy.
I've seen him in like some sitcom comedy, but I'm probably wrong about that.
No, you definitely have. I know.
Have I? Is he the guy in The New Girl?
I never watched that show, but like
I didn't either. But I feel like I've seen him on posters for The New Girl.
he seems like a UCB, like an LA UCB guy, just like Lauren Lapkus is. But so he's probably been in like different comedy movies as like a best friend or a buddy or like a small role. Because I remember hearing like Lauren Lapkus plus this guy got this like these juicy roles in this huge movie. Like I think this movie actually made more money than the first Jurassic Park.
He's
like
not that guy, is he?
No, that's him. That's totally him.
Oh my!
That's why I said if you take that mustache off.
My face blindness wasn't completely ruined there.
But I don't know what I've seen him from.
Zoe Deschanel. What a weirdo. Oh, that sounds horrible.
He's the
manly one.
He's
with
the
big
strong
arms.
guy. We like him.
I mean, I get their sentiment.
Yeah. Although she saved his life. like 5 minutes before.
I want to point out a crucial problem I have with this movie. Do you know what it is?
Huh.
There's not a single character in shorts. This is really bugging me.
I wish D'Onofrio was wearing like a Hawaiian shirt and shorts as the like hardened like Department of Defense.
I would trust him way more. You can't get shit done if you're wearing pants. They're too constraining.
I told you he played Abby Hoffman, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I downloaded that movie. I did. I watched it. I watched it after we talked about the Chicago 7.
Uppercut.
I like him so much more as an actor and a persona that I kind of just, I don't care that he's the bad guy. I just want him to win now for some reason. Best Law and Order detective in all of Law and Order's 30 plus year history. There's been a lot of them.
I take it back. That is not Lupin.
Who?
The black guy. I thought the black guy earlier, but that's not.
Just another case of the racial misidentification.
I do still recommend you watch that show, though.
Yeah, I put it on my list.
I remember they end this with him like freeing all the animals or some bullshit.
I honestly can't remember. All I know is that blue one is the one he's like all obsessed with.
I don't hear them talking to each other.
I'm the Alpha Raptor. Haha, cool guy.
See, that's what his business card says. Alpha Raptor.
It says Christian, Patriot, Alpha Raptor. That is kind of funny.
You wouldn't hold on to your brother in that situation. Your brother reaches out, tries to grab your hand. You just swat it away. Say,
yeah, that's just like now. That swarm of flying prehistoric monsters that are real.
care if I plug this in for a second?
No, go ahead.
Phone cord.
I really don't like this whole idea of the raptors being allied with the humans at all. Vincent D'Onofrio disagrees. He thinks it's awesome. Let's roll. Alpha Raptor, go. Book of Henry. That's the name of the fucking terrible movie that this director made after this. Like he could have just like sat on his hands like and waited to do the fucking $1 billion Star Wars movie. But instead he had to make this like passion project indie movie that like ruined him. I think though he might be...
What was wrong with it?
Huh?
What was wrong with the Book of Henry?
Oh, it's just so bad, dude. I don't even know where to begin. It's like... Oh, fuck. I don't know, man. We should just watch it sometime. It's like worth watching once because it's like... It's a seeing is believing kind of situation. It's the kind of movie that, like, in a bad way, it takes like a really sudden turn in like genre and feeling. Like that makes no sense. But also just the movie itself is like... It's just like every annoying indie movie trope kind of about like a precocious kid, like a kid who's like a fucking ridiculous genius. Yeah, like some of the better like movie podcasts like were just blown away by like, you know, and their whole thing is like watching bad movies. They were like, this is on another level of like shittiness.
I want a motorcycle.
She's becoming a more and more responsible auntie.
I think she's being a buzzkill. Let the kids watch it.
I mean, they've already witnessed like so much death and murder.
Yeah, I mean,
but it's been like glossed over by this PG-13 movie.
Or are you gonna have to get like therapy? Luckily, they have rich parents who somehow are connected to owning this park, so they could afford therapy.
Oh god, the idea is like...
Fucking smart dinosaurs, though.
They just realized now. Oh, I guess they just didn't know. It's the thing I've been saying this whole movie. Not that I'm like smart or anything. I have seen the movie before, but it seems kind of obvious that they've like bred it with like other dinosaurs, including one that's really smart. Did you say you did see the fifth one? The one
I
after
think
this?
I've seen both of them.
Okay. The one after this has also a other new kind of dinosaur, I believe.
That's the thing. I don't remember what the new dinosaur was, and I'm wondering if I finished it or if I just started it.
I think the main thing I remember about the next one is that the guy who played Buffalo Bill.
There's a theme park again too, right? Like they've opened.
It's not operational though. It's not like this one where there's actually people, because it's the aftermath. Like there's more shit is like really getting destroyed in this next one, I think. And there's this whole thing with John Hammond's brother, who's played by James Cromwell, I think, like some pretty good actor. And it's all about like cloning technology, and they still have the fucking like Raptor Alliance shit going on a little bit in it. At least with Blue, his favorite, his beta raptor. the
Is
hell?
this raptor gonna come save his life now?
It looked like the raptor just got blown away directly. But then, I don't understand what just happened there, actually. The physics of it were all weird. Maybe this guy can't direct. Blue. I think I remember it was a promotional poster or just one of the like actual movie posters for this movie. Was Chris Pratt like driving through the jungle on his motorcycle with all these raptors running alongside him? And I remember thinking, I hope that's not what the movie's about. Oh yeah, in 2013 there was a 3D re-release of the first Jurassic Park. Kind of glad I didn't see that. I think like when they take movies that weren't filmed in 3D with 3D technology and try to like just 3Dify them, they tend to be shitty. Another callback to the first movie. The objects may be closer than they appear. Is that what it's... Yeah. Oh man, there's a 2019 short film by the same director of this one about
Dinosaurs?
yeah, it's like it's supposed to be like a extension of what happens after the next movie. Wait, who directs the next one? It's probably him again, I guess. Oh, BD Wong, why did you end up being evil? Ah, that's kind of weird. I guess it's actually not that weird, but Colin Trevorrow does not direct the next one, but he did do the screenplay. Probably because of that shitty fucking Book of Henry movie. Like, sorry, we can't have your name attached to this shit as a director. This was his first movie. Safety Not Guaranteed. Do you know that?
I saw that.
Is it good? It looked very like meh to me. I mean, I never saw it. But...
I wanted to see it because I thought that stupid classified ad was funny. You know this.
Oh right, yeah, the quirky thing.
Which is what it's based on.
Oh wait, it's based on a real thing?
No, the movie is based on that ad that got turned into a meme.
But it was a real ad.
Yeah, that ad was honestly ran in a classified section of some newspaper.
I just thought it was part of the movie.
No. The ad way predates the movie.
I didn't know that.
And
that actually makes him seem way less original then.
No, I mean, it's fun because they made like a cool script for it. I don't know. I thought it was fine.
I've heard people say they like it. I don't know. It's Aubrey Plaza's in it.
Yeah, it's fine. It's a good movie. It's like
Marilyn Rice.
I think it's one of those movies. Had I seen it when I was like 18 or 19, I probably would have fucking loved it.
Yeah.
But as an adult, I'm less wowed by indie love movies.
Yeah, that's why I didn't bother watching it.
It's worth watching. It's no
The thing is I think I might have actually watched it and just forgot that I saw it.
It's no Palm Springs, which I don't know if you got around to watching that, but that movie's incredible.
I didn't, but doesn't Safety Not Guaranteed end with Mark Duplass, the main guy, and Aubrey Plaza just like sitting in the pretend time machine or whatever?
Yeah, I think
something like that, right? And
yeah,
just kind of like in that like typical indie movie way, like, here we are, we accept that all this shit was bullshit.
I wish Aubrey Plaza was my best friend. I want to get high with Aubrey Plaza. I just want to get high. I think she smokes weed though, so
I'm sure like most people do. It's so easy to do too now in the US. It's way more socially acceptable than it's ever been. Edibles and all that shit. We really missed out by moving to Korea.
It's like legalized everywhere now, man.
Illinois, dude.
Virginia, Illinois, it's up on the ballot, I think, in Tennessee. How am I not in America working in the weed industry?
I keep forgetting it's legalized in Illinois, and it's been legalized since when I've gone back a few times.
You didn't buy any? Crazy.
I just didn't even remember. I didn't think about it. Also, like, I never have a car when I'm back there now.
I'm lucky. My dad has like an old like work truck that he always lets me borrow.
No, I don't have a driver's license. I don't.
Oh, okay.
The last couple of times I've gone back, I've thought about getting my license.
It's really easy. I mean, if it's not been too long.
It's been a long time. Mine expired like 8 years ago.
Oh, okay. I was going to say if it's under 5 years, all you have to go is the DMV, and they'll just give you another one.
No, I'd have to take the test and everything again.
It's been 8 years.
Which is not that big of a deal. It's not hard to do. Like last time I had to retake it. I mean, the only pain in the ass, of course, is just the DMV experience in general. But
I have been considering just getting my license here in Korea because, like, I used to have my international license here, and I really miss having the ability to rent a car. Like, I don't think I'm going to buy a car here, but I do miss having the option occasionally.
It's very useful.
Like it was super useful like when I moved into my most recent apartment because I still have my international license, so I rented a car and just moved all my shit. I just rented an SUV, threw all my shit in it, and well, as you know, I'm sure you've moved in America. It's a lot easier to move when you have your own vehicle to just throw all your shit in and go.
Yeah, I mean the times I've moved here though too with a service.
Oh yeah, the services here are good though. Like when Yane moved out of my place recently because she finally got her own place, she just called one of those services that like literally come in and pack all of your stuff for you.
I didn't have the full deluxe like that. I still did a lot of work,
man,
but this guy, the one guy, like helped a lot. We still had to basically pack like everything though.
After watching Yane do it that way, I think she said she paid $100 extra, and like that's totally worth $100 extra.
Like she literally didn't pack a box, like everything.
No, they came in and like 3 hours later they had everything unpacked. We went to the other place, they unpacked everything and put it where she wanted to, put everything back together, and it's like, holy shit, that looks fucking amazing.
Yeah, I didn't do anything like that.
Because packing sucks, and I might be totally willing to pay $100 to just be like, do all that shit for me.
Yeah, the way I've done it was like, me and Haywan would spend a lot of time packing stuff and cleaning stuff, and then like
it's kind of
a guy would come with a truck and like he would carry things to the truck, carry things into the new place, but it was also me like helping him carry like the big things because it was just one guy.
It's crazy to me how much shit I have in Korea now. I'm sure you feel that way occasionally too.
Now I do.
Like, you're like me.
In the beginning, like I had like
I used
nothing
to have
early
nothing.
on.
I resisted having shit forever until I like realized that maybe I'm not leaving.
Well, I left all my furniture behind in my first apartment, mainly because.
Well, yeah, I left all my furniture behind in Gwangju, and I had some stuff I liked, but I went back to America for 6 months before coming to Seoul. So that was like my second contract in Gwangju ended like a month after my mom had died, and decided to go home to America and see what was up. Try to get a job in America, try to be an American again. And it sucked, and I moved back to Korea.
Makes perfect sense to me. I think we're reaching this.
Yeah.
We're reaching the end point, and this is the point that I distinctly remember as being like
odd commentary. Sorry that I'm so off focus.
It's fine, man. I'm just glad you're not asleep.
To the commenters who wanted to hear me really get into the movie, here's the thing.
Nobody cares. I wonder how many people actually watch along.
The T-Rex also hates the gift shop.
I wonder if another one of those pep pills would be worth it.
There could be one a minute ago.
I know, I'm thinking on top of that. Or is that too much?
I
mean, I feel fine. I just kind of want to like... I don't know. Because I also don't want to buy more coffee or make more, but I might just make more.
Yeah, let's do one more, but, you know, neither of us are going to sleep.
Huh?
Neither of us are going to... You're probably not going to sleep. That's normal for you, though, right?
Yeah.
Not sleeping.
Yeah.
That's just Josh's state of being. I might actually want to go to the store before we start the fifth movie, though, because I want to buy a thing of my stupid Korean cigarette things, because for some reason my vaporizer is like finicky, and for your USB port doesn't it's the right port, but like I have to get real specific cables because some of them are just like...
I've got other cables though too, and I've got an external battery that might work better. I'll find it in a second when this is done. This is almost over. This is the interminable scene that I remember just being like, please. I remember sitting in the theater watching this and just like my eyes glazing over and just going, just end. Just someone kill the other one already, please. Because like literally this is just a camera is like circling around. And I mean, I guess the graphics are pretty good. But it's that thing like I was saying before, like you just, no matter how much you suspend disbelief, you know you're just watching like pixels. I don't know. It's really the same sort of exhausted feeling I get by a lot of these new superhero movies, like final fight scenes.
The Marvel effect.
The Marvel effect, but like the DC, they all do it.
And speaking of the Marvel effect, I'm still kind of excited for the newest season of The Boys to come out, which I think is pretty soon.
Oh, is it?
Oh, it's Blue. Cute little Blue. Wish I had a pet raptor. This is a callback from the first movie, right? Where the way the raptors fight and the T-Rex put Carl on his back and shit.
Yeah, except this is like the weird opposite.
Yeah.
And well, yeah.
Also, all of it ending in the fucking
it's again
gift
a call. It's like we were saying about the second movie in a way. Like
they have to do more callbacks on this one though, because it's like the reboot.
I get that. And
speaking of stupid reboots, that only make me sad just because of how much I loved the rebooted Battlestar Galactica. I guess they're rebooting Battlestar Galactica as a premium series on like some streaming service. I don't know if
a third iteration.
And the second iteration was so damn good. Like,
oh, dude, I forgot about this. They throw in the fourth one.
Fucking alligator. It's an alligator, right?
It's
alligators are technically dinosaurs. That's my understanding. Or
they are,
or no, they've been around as long as dinosaurs. Like there were alligators during dinosaur time.
They're the most like dinosaur-like creatures. I mean, unless you want to be that nerd who says birds are all descendants. Yeah,
I do always like the evolution chart of the T-Rex becoming a chicken. Which makes me think T-Rexes are delicious, but I bet they taste more like turkey or ostrich. They probably taste a lot like ostrich, if I was guessing. And I bet an ostrich is closer to like a dinosaur anyways. Man, ostriches are delicious. There was this diner real close to where I grew up that had this fucking mean ostrich burger. I ate so many ostrich burgers growing up.
Never had the pleasure of an ostrich egg or an ostrich burger.
It's worth it, man.
I always think when I watch those fucking competitive cooking shows and they sometimes use ostrich eggs, it always grosses me out, but then I'm like, it's really zero difference between a chicken egg.
I mean, you would like it, dude. If it was served to you.
There's something about just seeing the giant egg and when it comes out, like, I mean, sometimes when I think too much about it, like maybe in a sort of like,
I mean,
in a sort of stoned, like removed from reality way, like eggs alone are kind of like disgusting and weird.
When I think about meat, I'm disgusted and weirded out by myself that I eat it. But I don't think I'm giving it up.
That's what I was just gonna follow up my egg thing with, like, sometimes just like a week ago, I was like, I'm gonna stop eating meat, and I thought it in a really half-hearted way. I was like,
I talked to Yane about something. It's hard in Korea for various reasons. Like, I think it's a lot harder here. Well, it's completely doable.
What I convinced myself was, I'm gonna eat it. I'm gonna make a point to eat less, little of it as possible.
I've tried being, and I had some success with it. I haven't tried really in a while, but for briefly there, I was like what I called a home vegetarian, to where like at home I like just made it a point to never eat meat at home, but then like if I was like say out with you and Tommy or something and we like decided to get barbecue after a gig, after one of your guys' gigs, I would be like, fuck it.
That's like one of the things that would be hard to give up in a way.
And I think that's probably the easiest way, and like for me, I do like animals, and if anyone's at this point of the fucking commentary, if I was my reasoning for sometimes wanting to be a vegetarian actually comes way more down to environmental shit than moral shit, even though I do get and understand the moral issues with it, but I just know that it's way better for the environment to be a vegetarian.
Well, I mean, that's still a moral thing as well.
Yeah. I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm not horrified by like the animals. I don't really like how animals are treated on like factory farms and shit.
No, I don't see how anyone could justify that. Really. Like, even in the most nihilistic way, like,
when I was a vegetarian in the States, I basically this won't surprise you.
Holy shit, hang on. I remember seeing this in the theater. This is the funniest thing
ever.
It's
gonna high five a raptor? Oh my god, high five a raptor, high five a raptor.
He's just like slowly looking out over his kingdom.
Nice.
And here we go. Growls loudly, says the CC.
I liked the I just lived off of refried beans and tortilla shells when I was a vegetarian, which actually not that unhealthy as far as you could go. Because I had one vegetarian friend who like they became a vegetarian for a year and gained like 100 pounds. And the reason they gained 100 pounds,
cheese.
No, all they fucking ate was like fucking frozen French fries. I mean, they cooked the French fries, you know, the big bags of frozen French fries. They basically
cooked. They didn't just eat them frozen.
Yeah, they were just grabbing it out of the freezer. Like, bag of frozen French fries.
I mean, that'll do it if you eat enough fries.
I mean, I want. It doesn't matter, but this person was like literally eating like 3 bags, like 3 of the big like family bags of frozen French fries a day.
I mean, no offense, but if they were surprised by gaining weight, they're a fucking idiot.
They're like, I thought I would lose weight as a vegetarian. I was like, well,
you can't just eat
if you were eating like
deep fried potatoes. I thought you were gonna say cheese because like that. I went vegetarian for 2 years, and like I ate. One thing was I overdid it with tofu, and like tofu like raises your estrogen levels and shit.
Tofu's great, but you have
but I ate
moderated.
I ate it every day, like for like at least 1, if not 2 meals a day.
Like something that started being in Korean marts more, and I've started buying it because I actually think tofu's healthy. It's like, but it's you gotta eat it in.
It is, but like if you overdo it with soy products, like it's not good for you.
They have this like tofu pasta now. I don't know if you've seen it at the mart.
I bought it and I really liked it. Actually,
I think it's really good. If you get the mara sauce for like what they make the Chinese food with, and just like stir fry that and like some onions and like carrots and other shit, it makes it a really fucking good meal.
Yeah, I made something good with it the other day.
I mean, but honestly, with any food, now that we're on the diet cast, moderation's key.
Yes. And yeah, I think actually even more, unless you're insane like your friend who ate 3 family-sized bags of French fries. Oh,
they were the worst. They were basically living off of those fucking like all the Morningstar like processed vegetarian meats.
If you just up your dairy count as a like way to substitute for meat, like cheese is actually so much worse, like per gram or whatever than any meat could be, even like the fattiest meats.
I didn't know that. I love cheese, but I'm actually...
I love cheese because it's delicious, but that's because it's fucking terrible for you. Like it's just pure...
It's
just highly densely caloric.
Like
this commentary is awesome. So there was a T-Rex at the end who roared at everything, and that shit made me laugh in the theater. I totally forgot about that until it just happened there. All right, let's go to the store, and like maybe the fresh air will help wake us up a little bit more too.
I also feel like I just need to walk from 5, not